All right, just like we promised you from One Standard, we've got a 12-month system for you to catch crappie all year round. It's right at the 1st of July. And we're going to show you today how to do just that. So I'm going to give you 5 tips for July. And the first one we've got here, tip number 1, when you start thinking of summertime crappie, you jump out at you as far as like it's hot, they don't want to bite, you got to use live bait. Well, we're going to prove that wrong today. It's all about structure. You can eliminate the bank. It's going to make it a lot easier. They're pulling a lot of current, and what that's done is a favor to us and put these fish on structure. Not necessarily brush piles because they can't suspend. They're pulling so much current, they've got to actually get down behind it. What that's done is really scattered the main lake fish. But what it's done up the rivers is kind of confined them, put them on structure, put them in little areas because the current is forcing everything to be there, and that's going to put it in your ball game. That is right in your corner. So what we've done here, we're going to come into a place that's something like the river and start getting up here to where we get in some bins. We want them bins because that's where the trash is going to pile up from floods. That's where we're going to have some piles that aren't a brush pile, they're a log pile. And them logs are going to actually break the water. When the treetop's laying there and the limbs are little, they don't break the current the way that a log does. So these fish up in these rivers will really seek out log jams. They'll be seeking out pole trees, target everything up the river. We're not going to fish that deep, less than 20 foot. And catch those fish that are positioned right now by the current. All right, so my second tip is to keep in mind that where you caught these fish back in April or whatever month those fish in your part of the area are spawning in, you don't have to leave and go miles down the river or miles to the main lake. Those fish come in and spawn, and then they go back out there and live the rest of their lives up that river. So keep that in mind. Don't go a long ways. Just try to adjust your presentation to right there in that same area where you caught them in the spring. Tip number 3 is we got to talk about the baits. We're going to keep it simple. In this particular situation with all the current, we're going to go with a 2-inch minnow 1 and black crappie fry and Ozark minnow. Swap up a couple different colored heads. We got red and we got chartreuse. You know, I like to have different colored head on there. But that's going to be as simple as it's going to get right now in July in this current situation to try and put a limit of crappie in the boat today. All right, tip number 4 is it's a lot of work to come out here, catch these fish, and you want to preserve them. We're putting them in 80, 90 degree water. I don't care for that. I want to ice my fish. You know, we got the Polar Cap cooler here from Bass Pro Shop right there. Ice in there, got them good and cool. They'll stay all day. If you want to clean them in the evening when you get home, not going to have an issue. But your fish will clean up a lot better. They'll taste a lot better, and then they just won't spoil. The last tip I'm going to give you really happens in the summertime is people run out of power. So my pro guides right here, we fished all day. I got one 36 volt for my trolling motor, a 60 amp, and then 180 amp 12 volt for my electronics. Still have over 13 volts at the end of the day here. So you can see here, I really cleaned up the compartment and got all kinds of room because I can operate on 2 batteries and 1 charger. Lots of room in a little aluminum Ranger 198. Great way to utilize it, but take care of your batteries because without them, you can't be out here.